Shout out to Toe to Toe Apparel.
I want to give a special thank you to Toe to Toe Savage Apparel.
What's up, y'all? This is Miguel La Roca, and I'm rocking with Toe to Toe Savage Apparel.
Oh, man.
Nate Campbell. I'm rocking Toe to Toe Savage Apparel.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Former unified WBC, WBA welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Keith one-time Thurman. Keith Thurman sometimes just speaks because he can. Keith Thurman, no doubt, is a superstar in the sport of boxing, right? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Keith Thurman is a superstar in the sport of boxing. He's accomplished some things. Keith Thurman had the audacity to rip into former unified WBC, WBA, IBF Ring Magazine welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Jaron Boots Ennis, for Jaron Boots Ennis fighting Usima Lima in his last fight. And he was asked by Marcos Villegas about the performance and what he thought about it. And Keith Thurman goes in on Jaron Ennis.
I'm pretty sure we will all be updated as soon as, they lock in those details. Have you been given...
Now, Keith Thurman... It's just the audacity. Only in the sport of boxing. It's simply only in the sport of boxing. Right? He's 36 years of age, Keith Thurman. He's 31 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 23 wins by way of knockout. And Keith Thurman is one of my favorite fighters. But since fighting and unifying the belts against Danny Garcia in March of 2017, you heard me, March of 2017, 8 years ago, Keith Thurman came back and fought Josito Lopez, nearly got knocked out by a body punch, then lost to Manny Pacquiao, right? Then Keith Thurman disappeared again for another 2 years. Came back and fought Mario Barrios. Okay, keep in mind, at the time, Mario Barrios had gotten knocked out by Gervonta Tank Davis at 140. Mario Barrios' very next fight was Keith Thurman at 147. And he don't knock out Mario Barrios. Then we don't see Keith Thurman for 3 years. And Keith Thurman comes back and fights Brock Jarvis. You heard me. Brock Jarvis in Australia. Knocks him out in the 3rd round. Right? Keith Thurman says that Jaron Boots Ennis, this is what you get when you choose tune-up fights. You've chosen tune-up fights. Brock Jarvis is a tune-up fight, Keith. You took Mario Barrios, who got knocked out by a 130 pounder. Tank Davis jumped up from 130 to 140 to fight Mario Barrios and knock Mario Barrios out. You went the distance with Mario Barrios at welterweight. He just got knocked out by a super featherweight. You went the distance with Mario Barrios. Then you fought Brock Jarvis. Not to mention you fought Josito Lopez, who was somebody had a name, but he had 7 losses. And you nearly got stopped to the body by him. Then you fight Brock Jarvis. Keith Thurman, Brock Jarvis. He ain't no different than Usima Lima. So in 8 years, you gave us one name, Manny Pacquiao. And you lost. And the other name that was anything respectable, Josito Lopez, you nearly got stopped to the body. And Mario Barrios, he got knocked out by a super featherweight. So how dare you downplay Jaron Boots Ennis fighting and beating Usima Lima, dropping him 3 times and stopping him in the first round. Now, Keith Thurman was also offered the opportunity to fight Jaron Boots Ennis as well. And Keith Thurman said it had to be worth the risk had to be worth the reward. He wanted over $10 million to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Keith Thurman, I like Keith Thurman, but sometimes in boxing, some people just talk because they can, and they just start to sound ridiculous. I think Keith Thurman forgot the last 8 years that you ducked Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Literally, you ducked Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. You said Terrence Crawford done nothing in the sport of boxing. He was too small and you didn't respect the WBO title. First, you said you didn't respect Terrence Crawford because he didn't have a title. Then he won the WBO title from Jeff Horn. And then you said you don't respect Terrence Crawford because you don't recognize the WBO title. Errol Spence was pressing Keith Thurman every which way but up. And Keith Thurman told the world, I'll fight you when I get ready. How dare Keith Thurman sit there, of all people, and Keith Thurman say, hey, bruh, Jaron Ennis had a cherry pick in front of him. Bizarre. Only in boxing you can do these types of things. Only in boxing. And that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.